Hello, church family. My name is Meg Wolfgram. I usually attend our third service, and today I have a word of encouragement. Last week, we heard from Isaac Garrett, and he faithfully led us in asking, how do we, as a people of God, respond to the senseless acts of racism? As our church body practices living our questions during this time, we are seeking unity in new and transformative ways. For months now, our world has experienced deep communal loss and deep personal loneliness, as people seek to answer hard questions, and they're seeking connection. Today, I want to look at relationships, at friendship, at connection, and at some ways we can learn about this from the trees in a forest. When the pandemic began, who did you reach out to first? Did it surprise you who became your strongest connection during this season? Did you call any old friends from childhood? One of my coworkers has gone for runs with me on Friday mornings while on furlough, and this weekly connection gave me something to look forward to. Phone calls with my grandparents comforted me by their wisdom and experience. My grandma and I have offered each other updates on spring flowers in our neighborhood. My brother kept me laughing and reminded me about the joy of being in nature. While paying extra attention to the natural world around me in this season, I've been walking among many trees. One day, I was looking at a tree stump, and in the cross section, I was reminded of the circles of relationship in my life. From the center, the concentric circles can be visualized as different relationships and seasons of life. So when you think of your own circles of relationship, who comes to mind? We were never meant to be alone. We are bound up in each other. If this season has found you feeling lonelier more often than you wish you were, I hear you and I am so sorry. Our society has created systems that isolate, but interdependence has always needed our attention. Dr. Kate Bowler says, we are trying to create the conditions of more than enoughness for each other. Some of my loneliness has been linked to missing out on time with friends and meetings with new people and high fives and hugs and hosting people for dinner. On other days, though, a deeper connection with Jesus has been more spacious than before. When I think of ways that Jesus befriended people in this world and reminded them of their inherent belovedness, I am filled up again with the joy of salvation. Before I studied abroad in Istanbul, Dr. Heather Keeney and Jim Wright gave me a copy of the 6th century Egyptian icon of Jesus and Friend. Throughout that semester, I was encouraged to see people as image bearers of God and reminded to work toward deepening my relationship with Christ and with people. Throughout the past 7 years, this icon has been a constant visual of what friendship looks like in light of the gospel. Jesus reaches out and offers companionship and presence for this long journey in the same direction. We often learn about Jesus' love from the ways other people have loved us. When you think of your dearest friends, what qualities come to mind? They listen, they hear you, they cheer you on, they share joys, they forgive, they understand that your life together is a long journey. They just get it. While these feelings are fresh in your mind, think of somebody that you can extend these qualities of relationship to. Together, let us consider, what connections can we make or strengthen in the midst of crisis? A recent On Being episode suggested that we ask with bold imagination, who are we going to be to each other? As the trees in the forest send out nutrients to each other through their roots to keep the whole forest healthy, what are some ways that we can offer resources to one another? Perhaps sharing some of your nutrients looks like the actual giving of food at the food bank or transition house. Or perhaps it looks like contributing to Direct Relief, 805 on DocuFund, or sending a note of encouragement to your neighbor. Or educating yourself and your family and listening to our elders with humility and hospitality regarding the history of racism in this country. The interpersonal love of the Trinity teaches us about communal catharsis, about doing the work of the kingdom together, offering shalom, bread, justice, love, equality for all. As we do the work at hand, may we make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace, while seeking justice and mercy in our land. Together, through relationship, we are journeying to a place of inner and communal healing. In closing, I will read a blessing titled For Friendship by John O'Donohue. The last two words are a Celtic term for soul friend. While I read, you can think of your soul friends and let all that warmth and kindness wash over you. May you be blessed with good friends and learn to be a good friend to yourself, journeying to that place in your soul where there is love, warmth, and feeling. May this change you. May it transfigure what is negative, distant, or cold within your heart. May you be brought into real passion, kindness, and belonging. May you treasure your friends. May you be good to them, be there for them, and receive all the challenges, truth, and light you need. May you never be isolated, but know the embrace of your Anamkara. And so, in the rooted connectedness of our communion with the Trinity, we say, God have mercy, Christ have mercy, Spirit have mercy. Amen.
This has been Wednesday Word with the Free Methodist Church of Santa Barbara. We hope that you will join us for worship this Sunday. Our Sunday service video will be available at 8 o'clock a.m. on our YouTube channel.